I've always loved old tools, not just for their age, but because there's something about their craftsmanship that's so hard to put one's finger on. It's as if there's some hidden je ne sais quoi that makes them inherently elegant. Whatever it is, it seems to be lost in today's modern manufacturing. In a world where injection molding supersedes handmade, and a tool is only worth the time it saves, my mission is to discover whatever this is that is different about the older tools, and whether it's something worth bringing back. To do this, I'm going to be trying to make my own in an attempt to replicate what I unearth. I have here in front of me a selection of a couple different types of awls. There are some stubby ones, some long slender ones, some with very, very fine picks, and some that are far more like an ice pick. And the use for each awl is going to be determined by the craftsman for his particular purpose. But right now, I'm not so much interested in the use as I am the aesthetic. To make this project, I'll be using O1 tool steel. This is actually the same tool steel that I used in order to make my engraving tools in a previous video. Now I intend on making a round shank for the awl, but I'm starting out making it square, and then in order to make it round, I'll go and I'll hammer out all four corners, turning it into an octagon, and from the octagon, then I will hammer it round. That square octagon round is a very standard way in blacksmithing to make a round object out of a square object without rolling it or messing up any of the edges, or twisting it, which can cause the end to crack. Unfortunately, throughout this process, I kept repeatedly blowing up the handles that I was making, and so they didn't come out too well. Eventually, I got one to work though. Then while trying to cut down the length of the awl tip, I actually broke it. And so since I had successfully broken every single part of this, I decided to start over completely fresh with a new piece.
something that I'm going to do differently this time is that instead of drilling the hole for the piece of steel at the end, I'm going to drill that first and then stick it on the lathe and turn it. All right, let's test the fit on this. Now, there's two bends in it. There's the bend here at the bottom of the shank, and there's a bend inside of this where it's an angle that's just drilled wrong. And so what I have to do is I have to get them lined up so that they kind of cancel each other out. And that's just poor manufacturing technique that caused that. And then take our piece of brass.
At the start of the video, I posed 3 questions. What is different about older tools? Why do newer tools not have it? And is it worth bringing back? So the answer is older tools have an elegance within the little details, the materials they are made out of, the little tiny curves and bends, and the thought that's put into them that is just lacking in today's modern tools. The reason I think this is absent, the amount of time that it takes to do this, making this look the way it does. And the third question was, is it worth it? Absolutely.